Dire-diretso na po lahat, no?
Oh, well,
Ang ano ko po kasi,
di, kung gusto mo, di ba, you're asking for executive
sana muna para-
session?
so-
So, mamaya na yan, sa executive session, sabihin mo. Okay, so,
Kung pwede tayo mag-break lang ng mga 10 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Break kasi nila Senator Lacson para makita.
yeah, we can give it to you. We can give it to you.
Kasi may involved din ng mga magugulo rito.
Okay, thank you.
Senator Grace po.
Thank you po, Mr. Chair. Actually, alam naman natin na may pending application ng franchise yung Lucky 8. At nung ito'y dumating sa amin, no, sa committee namin, syempre bago itong ganitong klaseng pasugalan na humihingi ng prangkisa, talagang napakahirap suriin, ano. Pero ang isa naman ang masasabi ko, sila humarap para mag-apply. Isang bagay ito na masasabi natin tungkol sa kanila. Ngayon, marami rin akong nadidinig, halimbawa, Lucky 8, tapos yung mga ibang, yung isang nabanggit nga dyan, si Pineda, na sa sarili nilang kilos, may mga nagsasabi na nakakatulong sila. Ngayon, ang importante ngayon na talakayan natin, ito, siguro tatanungin ko si Mr. Atong paano yung nagiging kooperasyon ninyo sa mga pulis ngayon sa pag-iimbestiga? Kasi nga, di ba may mga sinasabi na sira yung CCTV doon sa Sabungan, naayos na ba yung mga CCTV na yan? Pangalawa, anong klaseng kooperasyon ang binibigay ninyo? Meron din ba kayong mga pinagsususpetsahan? Kung hindi talaga kayo ay responsable dyan, ano ang nakikita ninyong anggulo ngayon dito sa mga nawawala na ito? Kasi yun ang talagang punot dulo nito. Mahirap natin talakayin ang isang prangkisa na may mga kasong ganitong nakabinbin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yun po.
Yeah, you can respond, please.
Your Honor, about CCTV, okay. Napanood ko rin po na napapagalitan din ng PAGCOR dahil sa hindi sila nag-higpit sa amin sa CCTV. Ang CCTV po sa PAGCOR, ang nilalagyan nila ng CCTV inside casino lang. Hindi po kasi nila teritoryo ang mismong arena eh. Wala talaga kasi sa amin studio lang po eh. Ngayon, yung pag naikukwento ko nga kung paano kung makikita niyo yung studio namin, yung hindi na kailangan lagyan ng CCTV yung mismo site namin dahil naka-video siya. Pagka nagpapalabas may video eh. Yung perimeter naman, hanggang ngayon under construction pa ho kami. Kasi nung mag-start kami ng July 15, hanggang December, may pandemic eh. Ang palabas namin, kukunti lang. Tapos bumibili kami ng manok. Tapos konti-konti lang yan. Nakapag-start kami ng maganda. 2021, tapos nagsisimula umakyat yan, tsaka palang, tapos nalaman ko nga na mga March yata yun, napunta kami sa PAGCOR na kailangan kami i-regulate.
You mean to say na yung tatlong sabungan na inoperate ninyo puro under construction pa, kaya hindi kayo nakapaglagay ng CCTV?
Farm lang ho yan eh, farm. Okay.
Farm.
Nagsimula kami sa ang style ng farm kasi, bukid yan, bukid. May pader. May pader, wala. Nung una, walang pader. Ginagawa namin yan sa isang ano lang, yung rueda lang. So, yun ang ginawa namin arena. So, tapos yung mga manok, yung mga cockhouse, kanya-kanyang cockhouse yan, may mga air condition. Nung una, wala pa nga air condition eh. Nakalagay lang eh. So, within few months, nagsisimula pa lang kami ayusin. Tuloy-tuloy ang construction hanggang ngayong oras na to. Kasi tignan nyo, tsaka sa mga pulis, maski tanong nyo po sa kanila, every time na gusto nila pumunta sa amin, pinupuntahan nila kami. Never kami nag-object na imbestigahan kami. Yung sa CCTV, humihingi po ako ng paumanin. Ilang hektarya yung lupa namin sa Lipa? 33 hectares. Hanggang ngayon, pinapadiran pa. Tapos yung sa Santa Cruz namin, 10 hectares, 11. Hindi naman kami makapagpadir ng ayos dati dahil yung pandemic, mahirap yung mapag-travel.
Okay, for Lipa, sabi mo, open na, with the indulgence of Senator Grace mo, is it okay na this, mag-follow up lang ako?
Go ahead, sir. Nakikinig lang din po ako. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, thank you. Sabi mo sa Lipa, 33 hectares, tapos kinukural ninyo. How about Manila? I think this Manila Arena is already built up establishment.
Manila Arena, nagawa po namin dati yan as cockpit. Hindi po nakapagsabong dyan. Santa Cruz, nakapagsabong lately lang nung pinayagan lang ng IATF. Matagal naka-stack yan, idle yung lugar eh.
Kaya nga, kung matagal na rin itong walang CCTV.
Wala po, kagagawa lang yan na yung bagong gawa lang yung arena na yan eh. Tapos inabot nga, ginawa yan nung wala pang COVID no, nung wala pang pandemic, kagagawa lang yan. Wala pa eh.
Wala talaga.
Pero meron na pinalagyan ko na ngayon. Ngayon, kung signal nila, pinalagyan ko kasi ginagamit na po namin, Your Honor.
Senator Lacson is recognized.
Just a manifestation. I noticed that we've been straying away from the intent of this legislative inquiry. No, para nakalimutan na natin yung mga nawawalan sa Bungero. We're more interested in to hear from the PNP kung meron na silang progress sa investigation kasi ito yung medyo bitin last hearing. So,
Yes, sir.
refer to you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Just an observation. Magdadalawang oras na tayo, hindi pa natin natatakil yung intent, the intent of this legislative inquiry, Mr.
Yes, sir. I agree with you, sir. I agree with you. Pinagbigyan ko lang ito si Mr. Atong Ang kasi inimbita natin. Pinagbigyan ko lang magsalita. But can you wrap up?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
before that, so that we can move forward, siguro, i-diretso na lang ni Mr. Ang yung sinasabi niyang conspiracy. Okay na, naintindihan na namin lahat yan. Problema sa ganito, tapos yung rules, ganito ang batas. Yung conspiracy, diretso mo na yun para malaman na natin. Doon tayo, para makapunta na tayo doon sa mga biktima. Kasi gusto rin parinig ng mga biktima yung conspiracy yung sinasabi mo. Go ahead.
Yes, you can, pwede mo i-share sa amin yung conspiracy theory na sinasabi mo. May conspiracy against you. Okay, please share it to this committee.
Dire-diretso na po lahat, no? Ang ano ko po kasi.
Kung gusto mo, di ba, you are asking for executive session? So, mamaya na yan, sa executive session, sabihin mo. Okay, so...
Kung pwede tayo mag-break lang ng mga 10 minutes,
Okay.
nila Senator Lacson para makita.
Yeah, we can give it to you.
Kasi may involved din ang mga magugulo rito.
Yeah, but before that, I would like to recognize Senator Franklin Dillon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Just a few questions in relation to this, the subject of suspicion that about 31 of our sabong aficionados have disappeared. The reports indicate, Mr. Chairman, that the motive for the abduction is fixing of the cockfights. Yun pong nangdadaya. In fact, ngayon, mayroon pong sinasabi si Mr. Ang may conspiracy. So, sa aking tingin, tama po ba sabihin natin na malaki ang involved dito sa isabong kaya kailangan malinis ang pagpapatakbo ng industriya ito, matawag natin industriya. In other words, the stakes are so high that we must, the operators must maintain the integrity of the cockfights. Tama po ba yan, Mr. Along?
Your Honor, yung tungkol dyan sa game fixing na yan, ito pala kailan maintindihan nyo.
Pakisagot lang po. Importante sa atin. Pakisagot lang.
I-explain ko lang muna kung ano yung kinikita lang namin dito. Hindi po kami lumalaban. Out of 100%, kumukuha lang kami ng 5% lang.
But before we go into that, gusto ko lang yung tinatanong natin, kailangan may integridad yung ating sabong para po tuloy-tuloy ang betting natin. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor. Kaya mahigpit po kami. Sa ngayon po, wala kami nakikitang game fixing sa amin. Kaya pagdating pa lang po naman, sinecheck na namin, pati mga tare. Pumapasok yung mga tao, lumalabas, kung nagkakaproblema po sa labas, wala naman po nangyari patayan sa loob sa amin eh.
Okay.
Ang dami kasi senaryo, ang dami sindikato rito. Kapareho niya master agent, 1.2 million ang master agent namin. Master agent, gold agent, lahat. May kanya-kanya pong buhay lahat yan. Hindi po namin alam kung ano yung, siyempre nasa sugal sila. Yung iba nasa drugs, nagkahalo-halo po eh.
Kaya,
Ganun
Mr.
po.
Ang,
Yung integrity, totoo
can
po yung sabi nyo,
Mr.
kailangan
Ang,
namin.
please,
Yeah. Please,
Please,
let's hear
Mr.
from Senator Dillon. Go ahead, sir, go ahead.
can you give the committee an idea kung magkano po ang betting sa isang sultada? Just to have an idea of what we are talking about here. How much is the range of the bet per sultada? Magkano po?
Well,
Yeah, you have the floor.
hindi po pare-pareho dahil simula umaga mas mahina yan. Nagpipik yan sa hapon, sa gabi, tapos...
Okay. On the average lang po, on the minimum and maximum, Mr. Ang.
Well, every day, mga 1 to 2 billion every day.
1 to
1 billion to 2 billion a day.
1 billion to 2 billion a day.
Kumukuha lang kami ng 5% dyan. 2% binibigay namin sa master agent. 1% para...
Teka po, isa-isahin natin dahil ako po hindi sanay dito. Although lumaki po ako sa aming bayan sa Iloilo, marami pong sabong but I have never been familiar with it. So you're saying, bawat araw, 1 billion hanggang 2 billion ang betting. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sa bawat isa.
Mute. Naka-mute ka ata, sir. Senator Dillon, hindi ka marinig.
Hindi po ako nakamute. I'm
O,
on.
mahina signal, nawala.
Hindi ko po alam, but tinitinan ko lang, hindi po ako nakamute. Something is wrong, probably with our technological connection.
Mr. Chair, I can actually hear the
Habang wala si
minority
Senator
leader.
Dillon, stop ka muna at mag-kuhan tayo, executive session afterwards. But before that, before we dismiss dahil maghingi muna tayo ng update from CIDG. Then after the CIDG, pakinggan natin itong nakasalang na yung case number 4.
Mr. Chair,
Then mag-break
just-
tayo, mag-executive session tayo sa loob ng lounge habang
Yes.
papakainin na rin natin itong mga naiwan dito sa
Pwede po ba, Mr. Chair, tapusin ko lang
Hindi.
ang aking... can I just...
So,
can I just...
CIDG, you have any update? You have the floor.
Yes. Yes,
Mr.
please.
Chair,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't,
To the Honorable Chairman of this committee, Senator Ronald De La Rosa, sir, and to the other Honorable Senators. Magandang umaga
Sandali
po,
lang,
sir.
kabilis ng turnover ninyo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First hearing, the director of CIDG is General Pero. Now,
Yes, sir.
ikaw na naman.
Yes, sir.
So, retired na si Pero.
Yes, sir.
So, masaya si Pero ngayon, nakalusot siya sa problema na ito.
Yes, sir.
Ikaw ngayon ang tatanggap sa kanyang problema.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
I'm happy to receive that challenge, sir.
Thank you. That's what I need from you.
Yes, sir.
You should be very brave enough to handle all these problems.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
Because I've been with the CIDG for a long time, sir. I'm Police Brigadier General Eliseo Cruz, the newly designated Acting Director of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group. I just assumed my position, sir, last March 2 this year. And I'm going to present to you the updates of the investigation that the CIDG has conducted for the 31 missing persons.
31,
Missing persons, sir.
pero last count natin, 34, di ba?
Yes, sir, but we are only handling 6 cases wherein 31 persons.
Oo, pero huwag niyo pabayaan yung
Yes, sir.
2 cases na involving 3 biktima.
Yes, sir. We are
Because
also
isa mong related rin yun, di ba?
Yes, sir. We are also coordinating with the other PROs which are
I
handling.
suggest, hawakan mo na dahil sabi man ng Chief PNP.
Yes, sir.
Hawakan mo lahat yan.
We'll do that.
Yeah, hawakan mo lahat yan. Continue.
Yes, sir. There are 6 cases being handled by the CIDG involving 31 missing persons coming from the provinces of Bulacan, Rizal, Quezon, Laguna, and Manila. And these cases happened in the premises of Cockpit Arenas. And one in Manila, 4 in Laguna, and 1 in Batangas. For the incident that happened on January 13, 2022 in Manila Arena, located at Santa Ana, Manila, we would like to inform this honorable committee that we have a breakthrough in our investigation. A vital witness gave his statement that he saw how the victims were held and loaded by security personnel of Manila Arena in a gray van parked at the basement of the said arena. The witness is currently in a safe and secured environment being guarded by the CIDG. There are 14 persons involved in this case that the witness implicated, and he positively identified 6 suspects and 8 are still unidentified. For the incident believed to have happened in Santa Cruz, Laguna on January 13, 2022, considering the statements of their families that victims went to Santa Cruz, Laguna, Cockpit Arena on the said date but failed to return home and remain missing until this date. And despite being missing, bank withdrawals from the ATM account of one of the victims, Melbert Santos, was recorded at BDO Lipa City Branch and is now being investigated by the CIDG. The person captured in the CCTV footage who withdrew money using the said ATM account is considered as one of our persons of interest and subject for manhunt operation by the CIDG.
So you mean to say, manhunt operations, identify na ninyo? Yung tao
Actually,
na-
sir, that's just the word that I use, but we are actually identifying, and once we identify, of course, we have to take appropriate actions on how we take custody about this person or file appropriate charges in court, sir.
Okay, continue.
For the 6 missing persons with last known whereabouts in Royal Octodome in Lipa City, Batangas on January 6, 2022. The investigations is going on and we have 2 persons of interest. For the 5 missing persons with last known whereabouts in Santa Cruz Cockpit Arena in Santa Cruz on December 29, 2021, the investigation is going on and we have 2 persons of interest. For the 6 missing persons with last known whereabouts in Santa Cruz Arena in Santa Cruz, Laguna on May 11, 2021, the investigation is going on and we have 1 person of interest. For the 4 missing persons with last known whereabouts in Santa Cruz Cockpit Arena in Santa Cruz, Laguna on April 28, 2021, the investigation is going on and we have filed obstruction of justice against 1 Brindon Dineros Retusto and we have 3 other persons of interest. These are the updates of our investigation and we are conducting continuous backtracking to gather more evidence and witnesses for the eventual solution of these cases. And we are sure, sir, the Honorable Committee, and of course the Filipino people, that the PNP will pursue this investigation to its fullest, leaving no stone unturned until we ferry out the truth and serve justice. Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Honors.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, thank you, General Eliseo Cruz.
just one or two
Right.
questions. Are you ready to file cases before the prosecutor, refer the case or cases to the prosecutor's office?
Yes, sir. We are now filing appropriate case against the identified 6 persons
Yeah.
in Manila Arena, and we'll be filing kidnapping with serious illegal detention, punishable under Article 267 of the Revised Penal Code.
Just so we are understood by the victims' families, ano, you cannot anymore conduct arrest based on Rule 113, di ba? Citizens arrest. It's no longer proper
Yes, sir.
to pursue these
It will
people and
be-
arrest them. You have to wait for the issuance of the corresponding warrants of arrest.
Yes, sir.
Kung magkakaroon ng warrants of arrest.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, you will refer these cases before the prosecutor's office and let the preliminary investigation proceed, di ba?
Yes, sir. That will be filed regularly before the
Direct filing.
City Prosecutor's Office of Manila, sir, and there will be preliminary investigation to be conducted, and subpoenas will be sent
Yeah.
to the identified 6 suspects.
Yeah.
And,
Summons na lang ang tatanggapin nila from the prosecutor.
yes,
Para
sir.
maintindihan ng mga victims' families, baka isipin nila, walang ginagawa yung PNP. Because you're not authorized under the law, under the rules of court, to conduct arrest at this point in time.
Yes, sir.
Hindi na applicable, hindi ba?
Yes, sir.
Para maliwanag sa kanila.
Yes, sir.
So immediately, what you're telling us is you're filing cases against these people who are properly identified and positively identified, di ba?
Yes, sir. Positively
you're-
identified by a witness
And properly identified.
and properly identified.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Any more? Okay ka na?
That's our update, sir, on the investigation, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Sir, okay lang sa inyo. Balikan natin si Senator Drilon. Naputol kanina. Senator Drilon, sir, pasensya ka na, sir. We could not hear you. Kaya please continue, sir. Sorry.
Thank you. I just want to place on record the magnitudes of the money we are talking about here, which could give rise to incidents such as this. Mr. Ang, did you say that the gross bets is about 1 billion to 2 billion? Is this per day, sir?
Per day, Your Honor.
Per day?
Per day.
Okay, 1 to 2 billion. Masyado pong, approximately, can we say 1.5 billion on the average per day? Gross bets, tama po ba yun?
Pwede, depende rin no kasi sa ano yan, sa araw-araw kasi malakas lang po pag Friday, Saturday.
Oh, but you're saying 1 to 2 billion per day.
Let's say 1.5 na, 1.6
And this is only for Lucky 8 or for the 7 or for the 8 licensees, Mr. Ang?
Pues, sa amin lang po yan.
Sa inyo lang po. Ang kabuuan po kayo magkano? Just rough estimate of the gross bets of the e-sabong industry.
Well, hindi ko kabisado sales nila, pero kung titignan mo yung sales nila, let's say, mga 500 million sila po, ganun.
500 million per day.
More or less sila.
Yes, all right.
Yes,
Now-
sir, excuse me, Senator Drilon, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I may interject, no? Kung gusto mo natin malaman yung kabuuan na pera dyan sa industry na yan, I think PAGCOR, meron silang accurate data mamaya. They can share it with us, sir. So please continue, sir. Tanungin natin yung PAGCOR later. Alam
Yes,
nila
thank-
yung kung gaano,
Thank you.
what is the percentage of Lucky 8's contribution to the overall revenue derived from e-sabong industry. May data ang PAGCOR niyan.
Hindi po. Naka-fix
Thank you.
po kasi sila eh. Naka-fix po sila na for every licensing. Nag-issue sila. Obligado kami ng 75 million na minimum guarantee of per
Yes. Yeah, alam na.
This every higher do sa 12,500 per fights. Kami more than eh. So ang binabayad namin siguro more or less 135 million every sa amin.
Sir, please continue, sir. Continue.
Thank you very much, sir. So if we're saying, Mr. Ang, kung sinasabi po natin, ang gross bets on the average would be at least minimum 1 billion to 2 billion per day. How many days do you operate in a month?
30 days, 31 days.
30 days. So,
Araw-araw po, meron po kaming laro.
So we are saying that kung 30 days po, hindi ko na po ma-compute. per day is anywhere from 100
Lagyan niyo 2 billion.
1 billion to 2 billion.
po.
Opo. Per month, it's anywhere from 30 billion to 60 billion. Ganun po ba?
More than 60 billion po.
How much?
A month.
A month is about 60 billion.
Yes, Your Honor.
60 billion. Magkano po ang inyong commission?
Well, 5% kinukuha namin, tapos binibigay namin sa mga agent, 2%. Tapos,
Teka muna. Just the gross muna. So 5% of 60 billion is roughly 3 billion per month ang commission ninyo?
hindi po, ano yan eh, 5%, 6 billion, 3 billion, more or less.
Okay. I'm sorry. 5% of 60 billion is roughly 30 billion per month. Ganun po ba?
66 billion, 3 billion lang po yan. Tapos
5%, that's roughly 30 billion, 30 billion per month. Ang
3 lang.
3 lang po, 3 lang. 5% lang eh.
5% of 60 billion is 30 billion, right?
3.
Three lang po,
3 billion. Yan po ang kinikita ng franchisee dito.
Hindi po kinikita, may ano po yung binibigay po, binabalik po namin sa mga agent 2 or 2.5, depende ho. Binibigay namin sa kanila uli mga 2 or 2.5. So, kung sa 3 billion, kung alisin mo yung kalahati, binibigay na kagad yun, 1.5 na lang matitira. Plus my expenses pa, nalagay mo 1%, alisin mo 1% yun, more or less mga nasa mga 900, 800 matitira sa isang buwan.
Anyway, yes.
Doon ako kunin yun sa mga pagkor, sa mga ganyan. Doon na lang binabayad lahat.
Kaya po, kung 3 billion ang kinikita ng Lucky 8, baka po payat ang 640 million na sinasabi ng Pagcor na kanilang income dito sa Isabong. Ulitin ko lang, 3 billion per month. Even assuming that you incur expenses on this, 640 million per month of revenue by Pagcor is pittance, is very small compared to the gross income of Lucky 8. That's all that I am trying to point out.
Mr. Chairman, just to pursue lang.
Yes.
On the
Okay.
clarification, Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
yung
sir.
5%,
Yes, sir.
yeah, thank you, Senator Drilon. I-pursue ko lang yung point yung sa 5%. 5%
Yes.
for both entries or 5% for one entry?
Pag pinagsama yung both entries, kaya nga without risk kami. Kung may tayong 1 million sa kabila, 1 million sa kabila, 2%, 2 million yun, minus 5% yun.
So 5% sa both entries na.
Total.
Yun na yung gross. Hindi ito yung 5 sa one entry, another 5 for the other entry.
Pareho, maski sa amin.
Pareho na yun. Thank you.
So, kaya po, that's why I'm just asking yung gross per day. And from the testimony, it would appear that the gross income per representation and in the absence of any proof to the contrary, we accept that as the gross income of its licensee. Yan lang po muna. We would love to hear from the Pagcor on the exact amounts. But for the record, if we talk about 3 billion per month for Lucky 8 alone, even assuming that this is the gross income, a 640 million per month na sinasabi po ng Pagcor, mukhang payat at malaki talaga ang kinikita ng industriya. Kaya po hindi maiwasan yung mga ganitong pangyayari ay related doon sa kinikita ng industriya. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Right, sir. Senator Lacson.
Yeah, ang sabi ng PAGCOR kanina, I was taking notes, from April to, ito yung last year, parang ang average na remittance sa PAGCOR, 400 million per month.
How much? How much?
And then, for last year, from April, I think hanggang December, parang average 400 million pesos per month ang remittance. Okay. January to date, nag-increase ito sa 640 million per month. Okay.
Noon pong April, si Lucky 8 pa lang po ang umaandar. Yung mga iba, sunod-sunod pa lang at nabuo lang yung 7 na ngayon 6 na lang nitong November, December.
Okay.
Pero po
Thank you, ma'am. Ito, sandali, ma'am. So, 640 million pesos per month yung January to date. Ito yung average nyo per month.
Opo, sir.
Ngayon, sabi kanina ni Mr. Charlie Ang, yung kanilang remittance, pinakamalaki sila eh. Umabot sila ng 135 million pesos per month. Lucky 8 pa lang yon.
Opo.
If we compute yung 6 others, kasi ang threshold, yung minimum nilang kailangang remit is 75 million each. Okay. So 6 times 75, that's 450 million. Plus 135, that's 585 million pesos per month. Ang ibig sabihin, nasa threshold lang yung 6. Kasi from 640 million pesos per month compared to 585, masyadong minimum yung nire-remit ng ibang operators, ibang licenses. Because Lucky 8 alone, 135 million pesos per month na. So masyado yatang
Sir.
andun na sila sa threshold, the 6 others. Totoo ba ito?
Opo, ganito po kasi, sir. Ang Lucky 8 na gross bets from April 2021 to January 2022,
Ma'am, excuse me. Pakilapit yung microphone kasi hindi nare-record.
Ang gross bets po ng Lucky Star from April 21 to January 2022, 546 billion 826 million 428,839. Yung pong sumunod, yung Belvedere Corporation, 86 billion as compared sa 546 nila, 771 million 15,804. Yung pong susunod, yung Esports Encuentro, 3 billion 638 million 612,985 pesos. And Home Visayan Cockers, ang susunod na malaki sa Lucky Star, 96 billion 576 million 56,951. Yun pong sumunod, yung Jade Entertainment, 145 million 357,404,000. Yung New Win Cockers, 1 billion 205,219. 205,219,683. Yun hong Philippine Cocking International, 6 billion 856,263,554. Ito pong Golden Buzzer na nasuspende na ngayon kasi hindi nila ma-meet yung 75,746,350,941. Katulad po nung sinasabi ni Mr. Ang kanina, yun po kanilang gross na 3 billion. Sinasabi po niya na may percentages silang binibigay sa iba-iba pang government offices, pera lang po sa PAGCOR. Sa PAGCOR po, dahil nga bago ito, initially, pinag po namin 12,500 per fight ang aming charge or 75 million per month minimum guarantee fee, whichever is higher. So, yun po ang, pwede po namin isubmit ito. Talaga pong pinakamalaki, almost 90% po, ang Lucky 8.
Sige,
Thank you,
ilang
Mr.
percent?
Chairman.
Ilang percent?
Kukompute ko lang, sir, para sigurado.
Oh, sige, sige. So,
Ma'am, wala kayong planong taasan yung threshold?
Meron po, sir. Ang binabalak po namin ay taasan siguro po yung per fight. Kasi kung tataasan pa po namin yung threshold ng 75 million minimum guarantee, magiging monopoly po dahil yung mga nakauna malalaki na talaga at kaya po yun. Yung mga iba na maliliit pa na naging struggle and they're trying to enter the business, hindi po nila makayanan, kaya automatically, hindi po sila makakasali. Yun po ang aming teorya. Ayaw po namin ng may monopolya o may monopoly or something.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Senator
po.
Tolentino, you have the floor.
Yes, just last question addressed to our electronic money issuers, EMIs. Nandito ang Paymaya, nandito ang GCash. Napapag-usapan na natin konti itong detalye. Magkano po ang kinikita per day, per month ng GCash dito sa Isabong? Ganun din ang tanong ko sa Paymaya. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning, Mr. President.
You are Paymaya or GCash?
I am from GCash, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
I am Attorney Gilbert A.S. Cotto from GCash, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I don't have the exact figure to answer the question, Your Honor.
Excuse me, attorney. May request dito nga kung pwede garbol ang dating eh. May harang naman tayo. Tanggalin mo muna yung habang nagsasalita.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I don't have the exact figure, Your Honor, to answer the question of the Honorable Senator Francis Tolentino. But I am willing to submit to the Senate committee the documents that would answer the question, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, after the break, we can ask the representative from GCash to provide us the figures. He can call. He can ask his superiors how much is
Yes, we can do that.
the income. The same is true with Paymaya. If Paymaya is willing to divulge the figures right now.
Yes, Your Honor. I also cannot give you the specific data, no? But I understand that Paymaya only onboarded or accredited this Isabong licensee as of February this year. But after the break, Your Honor, I will consult and maybe they can provide the data needed by this committee.
So, also GCash, can you provide after the break? Kaya mo? Kasi kaya mo daw ng Paymaya, yung
Your
GCash.
Honor, can I ask for at least one day, Your Honor? I don't think I can.
Mabuti pa si Mr. Ang na-provide. Ikaw, nahirapan ka mag-provide. So,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, siguro isama na rin natin yung income generated from international debtors sa GCash and Paymaya.
Yes, we can do that. When you say, Senator Tolentino, na income generated from
Share the percentage generated by Paymaya and GCash coming from international debtors, offshore debtors.
Sir, Senator Tolentino, what we are regulating in PAGCOR and the figures I gave to you are based only on local bets. No, not one of the operators is licensed to accept offshore betting.
Pero ma'am, maraming tumataya sa
Opo.
OFW natin.
Illegal po yun, sir. Yun po yung minamonitor.
Dumadaan sa EMIs, dumadaan sa GCash, etc. So, can we have a figure? We're not saying that you're tolerating it.
Yes,
We're not saying that you're violating something. We are just asking the electronic money issuers and non-bank financial institutions if they can provide us a figure of how much percentage they are generating from bets coming from overseas. Yun lang po, Mr. Chairman. Hindi natin pinag-uusapan kung may nag-violate o ina-allow. Hindi po yun.
Okay, Paymaya promised after the break, we can have it.
I will consult, Your Honor.
Okay.
And if they give it to us, I will provide the committee.
Okay. Then,
Thank you.
GCash, tomorrow, one day.
May we ask for a reasonable time to comply? Because I think it may take
What is reasonable for you?
3 to 5 days, Your Honor. We'll just submit the...
Weekend na yun. Masyadong matagal yun. Mahirap ba mag-compute?
Mahirap ba? Everything is computer generated, di ba?
We will ask our office, Your Honor.
Kaya nga ng Paymaya after the break eh. Kasi everything is computer. Pindot-pindot ka sa computer. Nandiyan na yan.
I will try to ask the office, Your Honor.
So kailan? Kailan?
A day, Your Honor.
A day. So tomorrow, we are expecting that tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. Maya, after lunch, after break.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We are consulting them right now.
Okay, thank you very much. So, continue.
Before we go on a break, it will be an executive session in the presence of Mr. Charlie Ang.
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to ask, for the record, Mr. Charlie Ang. Yesterday, you went on YouTube. It went semi-viral with you saying that mahirap dito, ang daming mga politikong nakikialam sa mga investigation. Are you referring to this panel or the personalities present here? Kasi makakaharap ka namin sa tanghalian, tapos masama pala ang loob mo sa amin. So kami ba yung lumalabas sa YouTube na galit ka, na di umano may maraming politiko na hindi ko mahaba yung YouTube mo eh. Are you referring to us? Just for the record.
Pwede ko po makita yung YouTube na yun. Kasi baka interpretation nyo lang yun. Hindi ko alam yung sinasabi niya, Your Honor.
Lumabas po yung kahapon at di umano ay mahaba yung sinabi mo. It was shown to me. So perhaps you can ask your colleagues, whoever videoed you there, baka it was taken in your off moment time na galit ka sa mga nag-iimbestiga. So yun lang gusto ko maliwanagan.
Your Honor,
kung wala ka maalala, galit ka ba sa amin?
Hindi po ako pwede magalit. Mga kaibigan ko may mga pinagsamahan po tayo maski pa paano eh. Ba't ako magagalit? Your Honor, tsaka wala po ako nilalabas sa video. Ang huling-huling video ko, yung huling nga na sinisita ko na nung nagpahuli ako sa mga NBI tsaka si IDG. Yun na isang i-explain ko mamaya. Na nagte-threat daw ako. Hindi ako nagte-threat eh. Nagte-threat ako doon sa mga, ang dami na namin napahuli. Sa NBI tsaka si IDG.
So in short, hindi ka galit sa amin, ha?
Impossible.
Okay.
Lahat po kaibigan ko.
Thank you. Hindi ka galit. But please, review that video. Dahil ang dating kay Senator Tolentino kasi, medyo galit ka sa mga politiko na nag-imbestiga itong insidente na ito. Well, for your information, alam mo, break kami ngayon, Mr. Atong Ang, break kami ngayon sa Senado. Pero gumawa kami ng inisyatibo na mapagbigyan talaga yung kahilingan ng mga pamilya ng 34 na nawawalang tao na maghihikan na kami ng hearing. Kaya sana huwag mong personalin yung aming pagkakandak ng hearing. Trabaho lang po ito. Walang personalan. Kaya sana hindi ka magalit sa amin, ha?
Your Honor, gusto ko nga para maklear na mo kami.
Okay.
Gusto ko. Saka, never ako magalit sa politiko kasi lumaki na ako na puro politiko rin kasama ko eh. Actually, may mga pinagsamahan nga tayo lahat, maski pa paano. Ba't ako magagalit? Wala naman kayo masasabi sa pagkatao ko.
Okay.
Ba?
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead, Senator Pimentel.
Yung sasabihin ba ni Mr. Ang sa executive session, hindi mo kaya sabihin dito sa open session? Andiyan, parang naririnig tayo ng regional director ng NBI. Baka may informasyon siya makuha ron. Ayan namang si director ng CIDG. Hindi ba pwedeng sabihin mo na lang yun sa open session?
Kung pwede ko po sabihin, basta pinihagan niyo ako sabihin ko sa open, okay lang. Suggestion ko lang kung pwede sabihin mo na sa inyo, saka yung sabihin sa akin kasi baka naman mali. At isingila ako na advice.
Hindi, ganito eh. Ang sasabihin mo are some facts na alam mo, some opinion. Basta wag ka lang manira ng tao na openly libelous na so ano masama, di ba? Hindi ka naman sasadya na sisiraan mo yung tao na walang ka-basis-basis. So, kasi I'm sure marami interesado kung ano sasabihin mo, di sabay-sabay nang marinig ng lahat. I'm sure na si chairman namin is accommodating your request. And then nag-request ka kasi may agam-agam ka na baka hindi mo pwedeng sabihin in open session. Pero kung kaya mong sabihin in open session, I suggest wag na tayo mag-executive session, open session na.
Gugulo talaga. Mas maganda.
Okay, sige.
Mas request mo yun.
Gugulo talaga.
The chair considers your point. Pakinggan ka namin in executive session.
Anyway, yung tanong ko, wala namang right or wrong answer, opinion, yung position.
Okay.
Sige. One last, mag-break na pa kami sa chairman. Tanungin ko lang si Police Major General Cruz na si IDG.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I'd like to congratulate him kasi meron na mga tinatawag na breakthrough, sir, no? Maybe work ng predecessor mo pa to, pero you were part of this. 6 already identified, sabi mo 14 suspects dun sa Manila Arena. At doon, nakalimutan ko yung date nitong event. Ano, sabi mo, sa basement sila, January 13 case. Is that the case number 1? January 13. Pero kung mga
Yes, Your Honor.
security guards po to lahat, more or less yung 14.
Yes, Your Honor.
So-
They are all part of the security.
Security, di ba? So, siguro alam natin na hindi pa to case closed dahil mukhang mga nautusan lang po yan. Hindi po, sure na hindi pa yan ang mastermind. Tama ba, Police Major General?
We are, right now, sir, we are just basing our actions on the testimony of a witness and,
Correct.
and
So-
other evidence at hand. So,
Yeah, ako lang. Ito lang pakiramdam ko. Medyo malayo-layo pa ito na matapos. Because imagine 14 security guards abducting 6 people dun sa case number 1.
Yes, sir.
14 security guards. Ba't naman kaya nila gagawin yan? So, napag-utusan lang. There must be some higher power or higher person or authority above the security guards. Yun, tawagin na lang nating mastermind. So, that is just the feeling I have. So, I hope that you pursue that possibility, that this does not stop at the security guard level.
Yes, Your Honor. That's always the course of our investigation in CIDG. When we investigate crime, we make sure that everything is checked and kagaya nga po ng kasabihan, we will leave no stone unturned in the investigation.
Thank you. Anyway, Senator Pimentel, the management of Manila Arena is also invited. Andito, di ba? Komisek, the manager of Manila Arena.
For the record, sir, we have invited them.
Okay, so andito sila.
Check, sir.
Okay, thank you. So from here, ma'am, siguro mas maganda mamaya na kayo na may pagbigyan after the break. Kain muna tayo. Okay lang sa inyo? Kain muna tayo. Kumsik, please, bigyan ng pagkain yung mga resource persons natin. Habang nag-break tayo, kami, executive session sa loob with Mr. Ang.
Yes, sir, we'll comply, sir.
Okay, thank you.